right.
Breastfeeding or formula, what would you choose? As a mother of a 1.5-year-old boy, I want to tell you why breastfeeding is the best thing for your baby. I still breastfeed my son to this day, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. My son is the healthiest, smartest, strongest, and happiest baby ever. He has never been sick, and that's because he's breastfed. Breastfeeding is legal in public, and I don't care what anyone thinks of me when I am out in public breastfeeding. My child, it is a natural thing. I would be embarrassed feeding my baby a bottle of formula in public, though, because I know what it is, and I know what's in it and how bad it is. My son is never and will never taste any kind of formula. Women were born with breasts for one reason: we are mammals, and our babies eat milk from them. Your breasts were not put there for men to touch or suck on them. I hear so many people say, no way, I'm not even trying to breastfeed. That's gross. I'm not letting my baby suck on my breast. That's weird, or it hurts. No matter what, they always have an excuse to why they aren't breastfeeding, and the excuses are so crazy and makes me think that the person should have never had kids. Think about your baby's health. Is that not enough to make you want to do what is best for your child? Breastfeeding has so many benefits. It is free, and your baby will have a healthier immune system and less complications with health, and it is also very good for the mother. According to Peaceful Parenting, formula has only 27 ingredients. According to wordsofwilliams.com and Similac formula, the first and second ingredients are corn syrup and sugar. Corn syrup makes up 42.6% per serving. How disgusting is that? And how could you even think of feeding your child something so bad? According to Peaceful Parenting, breast milk has 162 ingredients. That's over 3 times as much as formula. According to Ask Dr. Sears, breast milk is very rich in living white blood cells, millions per feeding, and also rich in immunoglobulins. When mother is exposed to a germ, she makes antibodies to the body or to the baby through her milk. Formula doesn't do any of that and never will, because most things in breast milk cannot be duplicated, like the white blood cells, for example. You have to breastfeed in order to get that. According to Health Foundation's BirthCenter.com, breast milk helps babies fight viral, bacterial, and parasitic infections, including respiratory tract infections, ear infections, bacterial meningitis, pneumonia, UTIs, and diarrhea, common colds, and the flu. I have had no problems with my son being sick at all because I breastfeed. As a student respiratory therapist, I see a lot of sick babies, and they get sick like that because they are not breastfed and they don't have those antibodies to fight off the infections. My baby is healthy as can be. He's very strong and can do a lot more than most kids that are formula fed. My son has never had constipation or diarrhea problems as most formula fed babies do. Formula is so bad for your baby, and it is expensive. Well, breastfeeding is totally free. I would much rather give my baby breast milk that it is free, also the healthiest for my baby, rather than wasting a lot of money on expensive, unhealthy formula. Breastfeeding is free and healthiest, but that's not all. You don't have to make a bottle. You have this bonding time with your baby, and the feeling of knowing you're giving your baby the best thing for him without having to spend a penny is the best feeling in the world. Hospital visits for sick baby will be rare if they're breastfed, and that saves a lot of money also. I have not had to take my baby to the ER for anything. Breast milk really is an awesome thing, and it disgusts me when I see a baby being formula fed. I would rather be breastfeeding in public than feeding baby formula, which is basically corn syrup and sugar. I would be pretty embarrassed doing that. Formula is far from being free. According to loweryourspending.com, you should budget at least $1,800 for your supply of formula. That's ridiculous. You think $1,800 is a lot. Well, you must have forgot about the hospital visits you may be taking. Formula is not healthy, so on top of the huge amount of expenses for just the formula, you will have even bigger expenses for hospital visits for the sick baby, because formula lacks all the antibodies and the good things the breast milk has. Over half the stuff in breast milk cannot be duplicated, therefore your child will not have those good things unless you breastfeed. Breastfeeding is also very good for us mothers. It helps your health and size. Breastfeeding lowers your risk of breast and ovarian cancer and burns extra calories, so you lose your body weight faster and can get back to your size you were before the baby. According to WebMD, the breast milk releases a hormone called oxytocin, which helps the uterus return to pre-pregnancy size and can reduce uterine bleeding after birth. It can also reduce risk of osteoporosis. Did you know you lose 1,000 calories just producing breast milk every day? You're supposed to consume an extra 500 calories than normal, but you don't have to overeat. Well, I hope I have caught your attention with breastfeeding, and that those of you who don't breastfeed will at least give it a try. You won't regret it. Remember, it is free and has so many benefits for the mother and the baby. And your baby will have a very healthy immune system. Think about what you're doing when you have a baby. Choose breastfeeding. You won't regret it, and you won't be disappointed. Judge, say hi.
Say cheese.
Say bye-bye.
Say cheese. Mommy got the cheese.